Right, welcome. It is already Thursday evening, and I'm meteorologist Tom Kvicka here with a little weather information for you. And as usual, we start off with our exclusive visual tour of Cenla. We'll start in Alexandria on Texas Street, as we commonly do. The Cenla Broadcasting Cams. Again, we thank them for the help with these cams and their sponsorship with these cams. 75 temp, 72 dew point, about 90% humidity is what that works out to be. Not much wind there at the camera site. We see a lot of clouds in from time to time. Looks like a little rain falling in the distance as well, as we see those little hit and miss showers. Nothing heavy at my house today. Made up for that yesterday, though. All right, Rapides Regional cam looking to the northeast across the Red River. It'll be increasing there in volume the next several days in response to some of the rain that's fallen here locally. So overcast skies continue there, and that's a very common sight here in Cenla. Natchitoches, we got dark skies over in that direction. A little rain in and around the area. 76 degrees there, and aren't these temperatures glorious? Yeah, keep it out of the 90s and hundreds. Northeast Beauregard. This is a site, very nice countryside, as you see there, between DeRidder and Dry Creek. Mostly cloudy skies indicated in that direction as well, and 75. The bottom line, if you don't want to listen to a lot of stuff about kind of weather nerd talking, then this is going to kind of line you out. Basically, couple of statements. High rain chances will continue through the weekend, and pattern changes next week. So we're going to explain all this here in the coming minutes. Let's start first with the local radar. We still see one area of rain kind of lifting through the area. Much of this now is in the eastern parishes and into southwest Mississippi. We're also seeing the rain off to the west of us and to the southwest of us in the Gulf of Mexico. And let me put this into motion again for about an hour. You can kind of see there's a little bit of rotation with this. There's a little upper level feature which is moving counterclockwise there across East Texas right now. Kind of the eastern edge of it extends into Louisiana. That feature is crawling westward. All right, so no big changes. We're going to be on the east side of it. That circulation coming in from the southwest. That's where you turn your weather eyes to watch this weekend and tomorrow for incoming weather from the southwest. So that's going to keep rain chances high over the next several days. In fact, probably twice the high chance of as being wet in July. So about twice that chance. 40 is typical. I've got 80% coming up there. So satellite and radar indicating we see this moisture continuing to make a little progress northward and westward as that little weakness, that little trough kind of migrates eastward. And again, it's not in any hurry to get anywhere. And so we'll have about 2 to 3 more days of quite high rain chances for this time of year. All right, let's go into your futurecast. What the model says for your commute in the morning. Looks like we will see some rain chances in and around the area. You can't take this as the 100% truth, but it's usually a reliable opinion. So there will be some rain. You may have to face some rain on your way back to work for tomorrow. A few of you may have some thunderstorms. It's indicating thunderstorms down in Beauregard Parish. And then you can see that area just kind of works its way northeastward throughout the day. And by 5 o'clock back home for your PM commute, maybe there'll be some improvement. So yeah, maybe much of the rain will kind of fall between when you get to work and when you go home. However, your lunchtime, might have some issues heading out to lunch. Now let's go into the weekend, into Saturday, where we see once again pesky showers and thunderstorms coming in from the southwest on Saturday. Let's look at the rainfall pattern for tonight and Friday, kind of parish by parish. I'm just going to broad stroke, as I call it, and 80% risk there, 80% chance. Again, normally we should see 40% for tomorrow. So this is what I was talking about. This is twice as much as we typically see for this time of year. Common amounts will be about 1 inch or less. Peak amounts could reach 2 to 4 inches in those heavy local downpours that we get this time of year when you've got a lot of humidity, a weakness aloft, some instability. The showers and thunderstorms that do develop can become very efficient at putting water on the ground. And I think that's going to be the case not only tomorrow, but all the way through the weekend on a daily basis. Satellite imagery, the tropics are quiet. We don't see too much happen. We do see a little bit of action there along the, looks like the intertropical convergence zone right out there in the eastern Atlantic, central Atlantic. We see a little bit of area of clouds there just to the east of the Bahamas and the Caribbean. We're kind of quiet. A little flare up there across the Bay of Honduras, and then going into the Gulf of Mexico. We're seeing that clockwise flow with the upper level pattern there with the upper level high. The other feature I was talking about is somewhat kind of on the east side of that, which is moving this way. All right, so that's the tropics are quiet, and we have the Saharan dust as one of the factors to tell us why we're getting some help as to, we had a little flurry of activity. Now it's quieting down. One of the things we have the Saharan dust, but the overall general pattern is just not quite conducive for it just yet. Speaking of patterns, here we go with the upper level features. Once again, here's the high pressure ridge that I've been pointing out for the western, we'll call it the western high. Here's the trough in the middle, and then there's the big Atlantic ridge out across over the Atlantic Ocean. So we've got ridge, trough, ridge, which is a persistent pattern to lock that trough in. That's why it's been raining off and on in central Louisiana since Wednesday evening of last week. So we're coming, what 8 or 9 days there of rain every day somewhere in Cenla with this kind of pattern. So now let me put this into motion, and we can see what happens here in the coming days. Notice the trough is still there, and I'll stop it Monday at midday. Notice the changes. The high pressure ridge is closer to us and stronger. Much of the upper level flow has retreated northward, kind of away from us, and so high pressure getting in control of things then. And so that is the pattern change that I'm talking about. And that will do two major things. It will cut down the coverage of the rainfall, but it's going to turn up the thermostat. And now let's just go a little bit farther into the future, where we go into, it looks like about next Friday evening, say, and we can see just a little bit of northerly flow. See that northerly flow developing as that ridge really pumps up into southern Canada, way up there, really strong. And then you get on top of that roller coaster hill, comes down. Here's a little trough, which is trying to form once again south of the Great Lakes. And some of that northerly flow perhaps already working into Cenla. So yeah, I think that is going to be a taste of summer for next week, and then maybe by next weekend, and we're back to maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms. So I'm going to summarize it all in their 7-day forecast and local downpours the next 3 days. We can get those efficient showers and thunderstorms, and the number of you who get affected by those heavy downpours will be pretty low, maybe 20% or less there. But the percentage of getting some rainfall, 80, 80, and 70, again, compared to 40 that we typically see. Notice the temperature slowly trying to climb back up close to normal. Starting Monday, yeah, they're there, 74, 93, and we're back to typical coverage, 40, 30% there Tuesday, and then only 20 cents worth there for Wednesday and Thursday, as the pattern change will be in full force by then. Those mid-90s will be coupled with some high humidity. I expect some heat indices probably in the 105 vicinity, if not a little bit higher. And then that second trough, here we go. I'll give you a little bit of an extended planner into Friday, August the 2nd, as we see still the summer pattern hanging on, 96 for your high, only a 20% chance of rain, mostly a hot sun that day. And then Saturday and Sunday, August 3rd and 4th, we're seeing scattered showers and a few thunderstorms come back into the forecast, maybe turning your weather eyes back to the north to see maybe what could turn out to be a little bit of a pattern change during that time frame. But it's going to remain hot that weekend, and those rain chances getting closer to the early August averages of about 30 and 40% there. And I don't extend that. Probably Sunday I'll write a forecast that will extend it through that time frame past next Sunday, certainly. All right, that's it from me. Nick Mickels will see you again tomorrow, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow during the PM hours. Have a great evening, and of course, hope you have a tremendous Friday.